All right, today we are going to unlock a really powerful feature inside ServiceTitan. I'm talking about something that will completely change how you order parts, saving you a ton of time and making sure your pricing is always spot on. Let's get right into it.
So let me ask you, does this sound familiar? You're on the phone with vendors trying to check if they have parts in stock, you're digging through old invoices to double-check prices, and then you're manually typing up purchase orders. You know, it's a huge time suck, and it's just full of places where little mistakes can creep in.
Well, the good news is there is a much smarter way to do this. We're going to walk through three really straightforward steps to get your vendor's catalog plugged right into your system. We're going to turn that manual chore into an automated powerhouse for your business. You can do this.
Okay, let's dive in. Step 1. This is all about laying the groundwork. Think of it like a digital handshake between your ServiceTitan account and your supplier system. We got to make that connection secure and solid before we do anything else.
Following these few clicks is absolutely crucial, but it's easy. First, you're going to navigate over to your vendor integrations, find your vendor, link them up, and this part's really important, make sure you validate the address. That keeps everything accurate. Then you just pop in your credentials and map that account to your business units, or you can even get as specific as individual trucks. This makes sure every single order is secure, has your pricing, and goes to the right place. Then you just hit activate, and boom, that connection is live.
Okay, so once that connection is made, this is where things get really cool. We take that link and use it to build your very own smart digital catalog. It's kind of like creating a self-stocking shelf right inside your system that always knows which parts you use and exactly what they cost you.
And the best part? You've got options, because every business is a little different, right? You can either upload your entire purchase history, which is super fast. You can map the items you already have in your price book, or you can just add new things one by one. Let's take a quick peek at each of these.
Honestly, if you want my advice, this first way is the way to go. Just give your vendor a call and ask for your purchase history file. Uploading that file is the single fastest and most accurate way to get all the stuff you normally buy right into your price book. The system does all the heavy lifting, matching everything up for you.
But hey, no history file? No sweat. You can use the Map to Provider feature instead. This lets you connect the items you already have built in your price book to the official ones in your vendor's catalog. And here's a little pro tip. By default, it only shows you high matches, but you can easily change that filter to see even more potential matches.
And finally, for those one-off items or maybe new parts you're trying out, you can just browse your vendor's entire catalog without ever leaving ServiceTitan. See something you need? Just select it, click Add to Price Book, and you are done. It's perfect for those quick, surgical additions.
Now listen up, because this is probably the most important tip in this whole section. You have got to set your costs to auto-updated. This tells the system to automatically grab the latest pricing from your vendor every single night. That means your job costing is always accurate, and you don't have to lift a finger to do it.
All right, so you've laid the foundation, you've built your catalog, now for the payoff. All that work you just did unlocks what I like to call your new purchasing superpower. This, my friends, is where the magic really happens. And just like that, the entire game is changed. We're talking no more phone calls, no more emails, no more mind-numbing data entry. You can now create and send perfectly accurate electronic POs directly to your vendor in an instant.
So what does this actually mean for you day to day? Well, for starters, you're not just sending a PO blindly. You can check real-time stock and pricing at your specific local branch before you even hit send. And what if you need a part that's not in your price book? No problem. You can search the vendor's catalog right there and add it to the PO on the fly.
I'm not kidding. Once you're set up, it really does boil down to this. One click. That's all it takes to get your team the parts they need, with the right pricing every single time.
Okay, so as you're getting this set up, a couple of common questions might pop into your head. So let's just get ahead of them right now with a few quick tips to make sure this whole process runs super smoothly for you from day one.
All right, here's a common one. What happens if you've called an item equipment in your price book, but your vendor calls it material? Yeah, that little mismatch can cause a small hiccup.
The fix here is so simple. Seriously, don't even stress about it. Just deactivate your version of the item and then remap it, making sure you use the exact same item type, equipment, or material that your vendor uses. That's it. Problem solved.
Okay, next up is when they can definitely make your heart skip a beat. You've mapped your items, but the cost is showing up as $0. First thing, don't panic. This is almost always a really simple settings adjustment. It's usually one of two things, so here's a quick two-step check. First, just go to that item in your price book and make sure your integrated supplier is set as the default vendor. Then, pop over to your Pricebook Connect settings and just make sure your updates are not set to auto-dismiss. That setting would just tell the system to ignore the new cost data.
And that is it. By following these 3 steps, connect your account, sync your price book, and send those electronic POs, you've officially taken what was probably one of the most tedious tasks in your business and turned it into a streamlined, automated strategic advantage. It's a total game changer.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. This whole process, it's not just about saving a few minutes on paperwork. This is about winning back hours of your week. Real, valuable hours that you can now spend coaching your team, talking to customers, or planning that next big stage of growth. So the real question is, what are you going to do with all that time you get back?